I'm Tim Duncan. I am Tim Duncan. Just kidding. It's ChaseOliver68. What's up, guys? ChaseOliver68 here bringing Q&A number 21 to Tim Duncan, LaDainian Tomlinson, Kevin Garnett, Deion Sanders, whatever number people who wore number 21 edition of the Q&A. So let's get started with this. I got some hate questions. Yeah, I know. Got hate questions. And you know what? For anyone who wants to send me hate questions, go right ahead. You know, the reason why I say go right ahead if you want to send in hate questions towards me is because, in all honesty, these Q&As, this is how I view the Q&As, okay, guys? I view the Q&As as me getting to know you guys, the subscribers, very well. You know, I feel like it's a way so that way you guys get to know me a little bit more as a person and as a YouTuber, and I feel like I get to know you guys as subscribers because it's like I get to know your guys' interests. I get to know what you guys want to know coming out of my mouth. So it's like I kind of get to know you guys a little bit more. And in a way, it's kind of like, you know, it's like kind of like building a relationship between you guys, you know, and the same people always ask questions on these Q&As, and I feel like they get to know me a little bit more, and I get to know more about these people every week. So if you guys do want to send in hate Q&A just to ask like questions about me, I answer any fucking question. You guys know that. I answer Napoleon Guru's weird ass questions. I answer any question. I have fun with it. But in all honesty, I'm going to answer these questions. I'm going to, and they're hate Q&A questions. And if you guys have some hateful stuff that you want to get off your chest towards me, go right ahead. I have no problem with it. I have been called worse things in my fucking life, okay? I'm 20 years old. I've been through fucking high school. I've been through 2 years of college. I know I don't rub people the right way. You can't make everyone happy in this world. And that's a little tip for anyone making YouTube videos. You can't make everyone happy. That's just how the world works. Not everyone's going to like you, and I understand. So Leon Pascolori, I don't know how to pronounce your last name correctly, he doesn't like me. And you know what? I'm not going to force him to make me like me. I'm just going to answer his questions. And there you go. So here we go with the hate questions. Why do you have to act like a smart-ass douchebag? I saw your video and the live Q&A and your reply to another user saying Silva is not black. Are you some kind of fucking moron? Well, Silva's race is technically Brazilian. 2, Silva, yes, he does have black skin color, but when I've met him in person a couple times, he looks more brown to me, meeting him in person 2 times in my life, than he does black. So I consider Anderson Silva more brown than black, but if you want to consider him black, go right ahead. 3, you know, Rampage and Rashad's race is African. 4, the user that you're talking about, Final Limits 1, he's not upset with me. He sent me questions for the Q&A. He stayed for my hour-long Q&A. You said I should apologize to him. Final Limits 1 apologized to me for commenting drunk in the comment section. That's all he was apologizing for. That's all he was apologizing for. That's all Final Limits 1 was apologizing for. He wasn't apologizing because I was acting like a dick towards him or anything, or for what he said. He was just apologizing for commenting drunk in the comment section, and that's pretty much it. If Final Limits 1 wants an apology, he can ask me for an apology, and I'll send him an apology. But in all honesty, I don't understand why you're upset for what I said to Final Limits 1, because obviously Final Limits 1 himself is not even upset. So if Final Limits 1, if you are upset, just send me a message and I will apologize to you. I have no problem apologizing to Final Limits 1 because I actually like the dude. So let's get started with it. The next question that he asked, do you think you're better than your subscribers, that you're some kind of fucking king because your arrogant attitude tells me so? Leon, let me just say, if I thought I was better than my subscribers, I wouldn't be doing these Q&As. I wouldn't comment to them in the comment section. And in all honesty, I remember what you said to me on my Raw review. You asked me, who would you rather have Bray Wyatt attack on my Raw review? And I said, Randy Orton. And then you asked me another question, are you retarded? And I said, no, I'm just crazy. I like to have crazy fun on here. That's what I like to do. I like to have crazy ass fun. And sorry, yeah, maybe I will come off a little bit retarded. I get that a lot. Honestly, I don't care if people think I'm retarded. If they do think I'm retarded, then, hey, I'll think you're retarded then. It's just how it works. Yes, I am arrogant sometimes. Some people are arrogant on YouTube. Not everyone on YouTube is nice and friendly. Some people do get arrogant. And I am sometimes an arrogant person. And especially if I don't like a question or something, I will speak my mind. I'm sorry that I'm just not like accepting to everything. I can be arrogant. I have a confidence inside of me to be arrogant. I have fun doing these videos, and sometimes if I see bullshit I don't like, I'll say it. I will say it. I don't belittle these subscribers. Without these subscribers, there wouldn't be 21 Q&As. I would have no motive to do an hour-long live stream asking for my subscribers' questions. I would not be able to make YouTube videos. These subscribers are personally my friends. I consider them my friends, really. And in all honesty, it's just that if you think that I think I'm a king and I belittle my subscribers, or I think I'm better than my subscribers, you obviously don't know. Because without these subscribers, there would be no Q&A number 21 or Q&As I have done on the past on this channel, or 5 questions with the chase that I did when I started this channel. There would be none of that on this channel. I would not have people to discuss wrestling with, because in the real world, outside of this, my friends, they know I do this. My friends obviously don't really care that I do this, but they ask me about, like, hey, how's the YouTube going? I'm like, oh, it's going good, you know, that type of deal. And honestly, none of them are interested in wrestling. They could care less who the fuck John Cena is or who the fuck CM Punk is. So it's nice to know I can come on to YouTube and discuss wrestling with other people and other stuff as well that have common interests. A lot of these guys, they have common interests that I have. And I get to know these subscribers. Like I said earlier, I get to know these people by their questions. And I get to answer their questions. They ask me the questions because they want to know my thoughts and my opinions. And honestly, it gets them to know me a little bit better. That's why I like doing these Q&As, to get to know my subscribers and also for my subscribers to get to know me. So, I don't act like I'm some fucking king. I'll admit, I do have an arrogant attitude. I'll admit, sometimes I will be a smartass. But that's just who I am. If you can't accept that, you can unsubscribe. If anyone else can't accept that, you can unsubscribe. I'm not going to beg you to stay. I'm not going to plead you to stay. If you want to unsubscribe to me, you can unsubscribe to me. Hell, you can unsubscribe to me and still send me Q&A questions, and I will still reply. And if you're not happy with these answers, Leon, and you think I'm still a smart-ass douchebag or arrogant, hey, at least I admitted that I'm a smart-ass and arrogant. I don't really think I'm a douchebag, but I do agree that I'm a smart-ass and arrogant at times. But what I'm saying to you, dude, is just, you're new to my channel. You obviously don't know how I work. You obviously don't know how I interact with my subscribers. My subscribers know me. I'm a real type person. I always go at them, and they're fine with that, obviously, because I still have a bunch of them asking me questions. So, you know what, homie? That's all I really got to say to you, bro. So, if you want to stay subscribed, stay subscribed. If you want to unsubscribe, unsubscribe. But I just want to send that out there. And for anyone else who wants to send in hate Q&A, you can. I have no problem with it. I have fun. I will answer the questions. It gets you guys to know me a little bit more. And yeah, that's pretty much it right there. Will Ferrell, #1, asked me, who is your favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle? Raphael. Raphael is definitely my favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. #2, do you like the song Ninja Rap? Nope. #3, did you like Splinter and Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I liked Shredder, but not Master Splinter. I thought Master Splinter sometimes just said random shit that I didn't really care about. Shredder's a badass, though. You can't hate on Shredder. And any form of Shredder is a good Shredder. Have you ever played GT? Oh, thank you for the questions, Bill, for #1. WCW3 Count 123 asked me, have you ever played GTA Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories? I played Vice City Stories. I haven't got around to Liberty City Stories yet. If that's a good game, please tell me, because I'll definitely check it out if it's at GameStop for really cheap. It probably is. Did you ever watch The Real World on MTV? Yeah, I used to be a Real World fan. I'm a reality TV fan in general, so of course I watch The Real World. I don't know if it's going on because I haven't been on MTV in like ages. I think the last show that I watched on MTV was Bam Margera's Unholy Wedding. Like, oh my goodness, that was weird. They divorced too, which is hilarious. But that's probably like the last time I watched MTV. Like, I will watch MTV when I see that they have Saved by the Bell on or Viva La Bam, because I do love Viva La Bam. It was a funny ass show. But yeah, I did watch The Real World at times. Did you ever gain weight? Did you ever gain weight recently, and how much do you weigh now? Yes, I have gained weight recently, but not good weight, bad weight, because like in college, there's this thing called the eating syndrome, and you just eat and you eat and you eat. And so right now, I'm at 210. I've gained 10 pounds. Yes, I'm a fat ass, I know, but I'm looking to try to lose that weight. I don't get mildly fat because like I do exercise and stuff, but this is just a tip for everyone. Exercise can only take you so far. Like, you also have to have a good diet. It's more about diet than it is exercise. It's like, diet is like the #1 key to like losing weight and stuff like that. than exercise. Exercise is more for people who are trying to gain weight, but I have gained weight, but not really good weight. So hope that answers your question. WCW3 count 1, 2, 3, and thank you for the questions. Shororor Honor asked me, and I hope I pronounced that right. What if Cena and Punk were wrestling each other, and then all of a sudden they both pulled out a knife and stabbed each other? Real non-kayfabe. How would you react? I probably would react like, "What the hell? What the fuck going on? Oh my! Ah! Ah! You stabbed a motherfucker!" Like I would just be screaming. I'm pretty sure I'll just be screaming. That's how what would happen. And the second question is, what did you think of Vince versus Bret Hart match at Mania in 2010 and Cole versus Lawler the following year? Oh God. Vince versus Bret was disappointing because, like, how does Vince McMahon suck in a street fight? That's all I really gotta say there. And Cole versus Lawler was just garbage, man. It went on way too fucking long. They should have ended that match. Like that match should have only been like 2 to 3 minutes, but that just went way too long. The only highlights was that like after the match when Stone Cold just stunned everyone. And then his final question is, what if Cena and Orton were scheduled to face each other at a Mania in the main event, and Cena came out first, and he was more drunk and more high than Jeff Hardy when he came out fucked up. Same with Orton coming out fucked up. And how would the fans live react and yourself react? First of all, dude, I don't know if they can get as fucked up as Jeff Hardy, but I personally, I can just imagine Cena coming out and he tries to do his little pose with that eye. He doesn't even give a fuck. I would probably be laughing. I would probably be like, what the fuck is this? I'll probably be laughing. The wrestling fans that are in attendance, some of them will be upset. You know, how could WWE do this? Some fans would probably have the same mindset of me, like, oh my God, this is fucking hilarious. This is great. During the whole Jeff Hardy situation, I know it sounds fucked up to say, but I thought it was funny. I thought it was literally funny that he was doing that. He couldn't even throw his fucking t-shirt. That was hilarious. He had his t-shirt in his hand. Like, pretend this cloth is a t-shirt. He had a t-shirt. He's like, Couldn't even throw a t-shirt. Like, what an idiot. But I would find it funny. I would be laughing. But that's pretty much it. And he also sent in, like, I know these questions are weird, but they're supposed to be funny and stuff like that. And yeah, I thought they were pretty. The CM Punk John Cena stabbing one was kind of like a weird question, but I answered it anyways. The Gochi man asked me, do you think Lil Wayne is the most overrated hip hop artist today? Him and Drake, yes, both are very overrated. Like, I find both of them very overrated. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Shut up, Drake. No one cares. You were on Degrassi. How's that starting from the bottom? You're getting paid pretty damn good money on Degrassi. Oh, my homie, World Herald asked me a question. What did you think of the Spirit Squad from 2006? Asked by World Herald. The Spirit Squad from 2006 was a funny, good gimmick, but the problem is, with the Spirit Squad, you couldn't really build up guys after they were in the Spirit Squad. You had to repackage them. And what I mean by repackaging is like change your gimmick, change your character, make us forget that they were in the Spirit Squad. Dolph Ziggler, they've done a good job with that. And that's why Kenny Dykstra, to me, never really got a huge push, was because, you know, people were just like, oh, dude, that's a fucking cheerleader guy. I can't take him seriously. And that's what happened to some guys in the Spirit Squad. It's just hard to recover from a good gimmick like that, because they're not meant to be taken seriously. They did a good job for what they did. They had some mild success for what they did, but in all honesty, it's hard to take the Spirit Squad seriously if you're going to push them as main eventers. They are just simple tag team type wrestlers that were fun to watch at times. I did like them. Roll Herald question number 2. What if Karma was still around? Would she be a comedy joke, and did the baby ruin her WWE career? Asked by Roll Herald. Honestly, Royal Herald, I would have to agree with you here. Yes, she would probably turn out to be a comedy joke by now, which is kind of fucking sad. But yes, I do agree that the baby did ruin her career. In all honesty, I felt that she never recovered, honestly, after that baby incident. You know, she had that miscarriage with the baby, and she just never recovered. And, you know, that whole mother thing, like, you know, has affected her life, and I hope she recovers as soon as possible and we can see her kicking ass in the ring again. But you know, it's going to take time. Personal life comes before her career, and honestly, I hope she takes as much time as she can, and when she comes back to WWE, TNA, or Shimmer, whatever wrestling promotion she goes to, she fucking kicks ass and takes names. World Herald question number 3. Oh wait, yeah. How would you react if Eddie Guerrero returned to the Royal Rumble 2014 and won? This will be me, okay? I'll be sitting down, watching the Royal Rumble, and then all of a sudden, Viva la Ross! I'm like, what? I'd probably pass out because I probably would not know what I just witnessed. It would be the craziest thing because this dude's supposed to be dead, but he's actually alive. Like, what the fuck was he in? Was he in Cuba with Tupac and Biggie? But in all honesty, it would be crazy. I would be freaking out for sure. Good. Thank you for the questions, World Herald. Susuki Eisen or Susuke Eisen asked me how. Have you ever watched Dragon Ball Z? Yes, I did watch Dragon Ball Z, and I know a lot of people are gonna ask me like, who's my favorite character? I'm just gonna answer my favorite character right now. Piccolo is my favorite Dragon Ball Z character, and I can go in depth about that in another video if someone really wants to know why I like Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, I watch Dragon Ball Z, one of my favorite anime slash cartoons. And the second question is, what was your favorite Power Rangers series? It's a tie between Lost in Space and Time Force. Lost in Space was just a great series, a great wrap up to the Zordon saga of the Power Rangers at that time. Time Force was just a mind blowing experience. It was just like, oh my goodness, this is fucking awesome. But definitely those two are my favorite out of anything for the Power Rangers series. Those two right there. AWA Champ, he pretty much wants to know my thoughts on Spinnernet leaving. And I do love Spinnernet. Spinnernet is my friend. He asked me if I could send Spinnernet's channel to AWA Champ when I find out about it. Yes, I will send you the channel AWA Champ to Spinnernet's new channel. And just say, hey, Chase sent me here and all this stuff. He can yell at me. I don't care because I know you're probably a huge Spinnernet fan. So my thoughts on Spinnernet leaving, he just doesn't want to talk about wrestling anymore. And, he's at that point in his life. He's like, what, 33, 34 type of deal, He's been watching wrestling for a long ass time. He probably just got burnt out and he wanted to take a break. Mr. TNA 2005 asked me a question, and he says TNA Q&A number 1. And so I'm going to keep this as, TNA oriented. So, yes. He's like, what is your favorite wrestling entrance ever? Mine was Christian Cage TNA entrance. And so my favorite wrestling entrance when it comes down to TNA, I did like Eric Young's when it was like the Don't Fire Eric and he was afraid of the fireworks. That was a pretty cool entrance to me. Jane Storm when he came out on the beer machine. It was like the fucking cooler with wheels. That was fucking tight. In my opinion, Kaz was the best seller in 2012. What do you think? I don't know. Dolph Ziggler kind of won that title. I can't believe he's still named Kaz. Like, he was named Kaz, like, during that Raven Serotonin gimmick. Like, holy shit, man. Like, changed his name back to Frankie Kazarian. Number 3, TNA clearly does not know how to book Samoa Joe from 2007. How would you book him as a main eventer? Ooh, that's a good question. I would probably have it where Joe actually was on a redemption type storyline, and then I would actually have him win the title around 2010, have him beat AJ Styles at Lockdown or the Pope, whoever you would prefer. I'll probably have him, be in the world title scene in 2010 and be a featured main eventer. It's just hard to book a guy like Samoa Joe. His character is very hard to book because he's supposed to be a serious, ruthless competitor, and it's really hard to like try to book this guy to lose, if you get what I'm saying. You can't really book this guy in the main event way too much because it's hard for him to possibly lose too much matches without losing his credibility, if you get what I'm saying there. So it's really hard to book a guy like Samoa Joe, and I think that's the problem with TNA. They just don't know how to book him because it's very hard to book a character like Samoa Joe. He needs a different character, in my personal opinion. And he sent me a PS. I don't know how many questions we can send to you. One or more. So this is my first, and we will see after. So you'll get some TNA questions from now on. And that's awesome, man. Thanks for sending in the TNA questions. That's a very cool concept. Someone sending in TNA questions. You can ask 3 questions each Q&A, Mr. TNA 2005. But thank you for the TNA questions. It's definitely refreshing because I don't think anyone ever asked me about TNA. I get a couple of people do, but not a lot. Final Limits 1, my boy asked me, who do you want to fight from the internet, YouTube, Twitter, or anywhere? Ace to wrestling up because I could kick his ass. Love you, Ace. What TV show do you watch other than wrestling and sports? I watch reality TV shows. I do watch like some of the USA Network, the FX shows, the AMC shows, Showtime shows. Like I watch like the Dexters, the Walking Deads, the Breaking Bads of the world, the Necessary Roughness. Someone suggested Graceland to me, and I actually did like it. One of my subscribers did suggest Graceland, and I'm now on the Graceland bandwagon. I watch FX shows. Like sometimes I will catch Anger Management. What's that one? Archer, isn't that on FX, or is that another show on another channel? I can't remember. Well, I do watch Archer, and honestly, I watch a bunch of other TV shows other than sports and wrestling, but mostly YouTube on Xbox has taken up my time with TV. So yeah, that's pretty much what I gotta say there. And his third question is, what was the best memories from 2005, and what did you like about that year, and what happened in your life? Best memories from 2005 WrestleMania 21 party, getting my green belt in karate. Was it green or purple? I can't remember what belt I got. I just know I got a belt in karate. I passed that test. It was fucking awesome. I was very happy. I got straight A's that year. It was a good year, but that was during my elementary years. If you, that was in my elementary years. So yeah, of course I'm gonna enjoy 2005 a lot. Yeah, and that was like actually my last year in elementary, and then I went to middle school. So, and for me, guys, I know it sounds weird, but elementary went up to sixth grade. I stayed at my elementary school from sixth grade, and then I went to middle school in seventh grade. It was definitely different for me there. John Kunt asked me, would you have liked to see Rourke versus Jericho at Mania 25, and would it have been a good match? I would have not mind to see it, but I don't think it would have been a good match. It definitely would have been something interesting to see, though. I would have not mind to see it. What if Taker and Bryan had a match and they forgot their spots and talked in the middle of the ring, normal conversation, and it lasted for an hour, and this match happened at Mania? How would the fans live and you react? I will, because like you guys don't know, I'm like a very smarky type person, all the other stuff. Like I'm a humorous person, as well as an arrogant and jackass person, according to Leon. But I would probably laugh, and the fans at the arena, they would be pissed off. They would honestly be booing this shit. They would say this is fucked up, like fuck you guys and all that stuff. But I would be laughing. I would just be like, oh my god, what idiots. But then also I'd be kind of pissed off because my friends are going to be like, what's going on? And I'll just be like, they're just talking their spots and all that other stuff. And then this final question is, how would John Cena look like with a mullet and a singlet? Oh, God. Oh, John Cena with a mullet and a singlet. If someone can make an image of that, that would be hilarious. But I don't know. He would look actually a lot better than he does now with the jean shorts and the Buzz haircut all the time. So I think he would look pretty decent. I don't think he would look anything impressive, but he would look pretty decent. And the final questions come from 12 Cavillo Society. 1 year as a fan and still like your reviews. Thank you, Cavillo Society. At least someone likes my arrogant jackass attitude. One, to you, what are the top Power Ranger moments you watch? Ooh. Forever Red, that was a great moment. If you guys don't know Forever Red, that's when all the Red Rangers. It was in Wild Force. I think that's like the only Wild Force episode I watched. When the Space Rangers and the Galaxy Rangers, they teamed up to face the Psycho Rangers. That was fucking awesome. Psycho Rangers saga, that was amazing. Kendrick's death in Lost Galaxy, the ending to Time Force, and that's pretty much it. So yes, those are my top Power Ranger moments. And his final question is, do you read movie novels and compare them to the movies such as Jurassic Park, Dark Knight Rises, etc.? I do read movie novels sometimes. Last movie novel I read was actually, I believe it was Jurassic Park, in all honesty, because I was interested. Oh, I think it was 2, The Lost World. But I do read movie novels, but I don't compare them. I'm not one of those people that go like, oh, this didn't happen in the book, like with the Harry Potter fans. No, in the book, Harry did this shit. And to me, I'm just like, no, I don't care what Harry did. I'm just here to watch the movie. Movies are their own things. Books are their own things. If you're a fan of the books and you don't like what they did, sorry. That's just how movies is. I mean, you got to understand, like, they're trying to condense like 350 whatever pages of this book into a 2 hour long, maybe 2.5 hour long movie. It's really hard to do that. The only way you can really be exact if you're like the Lord of the Rings and you make a 4 hour fucking movie. But anyways, guys, thank you for sending in the questions. I really do appreciate the questions. Remember, if you guys like me, you can subscribe by clicking the little icon or down below. Follow me on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. Like this video, dislike this video, do whatever you want with this video. Share this video with your friends. I'm out of here. Have a safe Tuesday. Don't do anything stupid. I know it's summertime. Summertime, I like to make sure my subscribers are safe and people are not doing anything stupid. I want to get a message and I read that, oh, you know, this dude died, and I'm like, what? That sucks. Like, that's just sad. So hopefully you guys are having a safe Tuesday and a safe week. Tomorrow, me and Alan, we're gonna have our predictions for the Money in the Bank. That will be uploaded later tomorrow. And then Thursday, Oh, brother, you've been waiting for it for a long time, dude. And I understand, brother. I will bring in the Impact Wrestling reviews, dude. It's gonna start right here, because Chris Sabin is the future of the company, brother. Peace!